So there's this crazy new credit card that just hit the market that's allowing you to earn 1% cash back on your mortgage, borrow more money, pay less interest, and with less headache. And I'm talking about the Aven card, which has recently been receiving a ton of attention for its super unique mortgage cashback feature. So if you're a homeowner, stick around because this may be one of the best potential credit cards for you on the market right now. So in this video, I'm going to provide a clear picture of Aven's mortgage cashback offering, how exactly this works and who is able to take advantage of this, and what you must know before deciding whether Aven is the right fit for you. And thank you so much to Aven for making this video possible. Although they are today's sponsor, they've given me a ton of creative freedom to make a completely objective review for you. So diving right into things, what is this mortgage cashback from Aven? Well, typically, if you are a homeowner making a mortgage payment, you're not going to be earning rewards on this payment. That's because there's not really an easy way to use a credit card to pay your mortgage without incurring, lots of fees, which as one of your biggest monthly expenses, not earning rewards on this is kind of a downer. However, Aven is changing this by providing you with 1% cash back on your monthly mortgage payment, which is pretty similar to some other cards right now that are doing this for renters. And the best part about this is that it doesn't actually require you to change the way you pay your mortgage at all. So that being said, how does this mortgage cashback actually work? Well, it's actually a very simple 3-step process. First, you're going to connect your checking account that you use to pay your mortgage to Aven via Plaid. This is the same bank level security that you're going to see across all of the different financial apps that you use. Next, you're going to select the latest transaction that corresponds to your mortgage payment. Then every time a matching mortgage payment transaction is made, Aven is going to credit your account with 1% cash back. Now, keep in mind that in this initial pilot period where they've just released this feature, they are capping the annual amount you can earn at $200. Now, for example, if you've got a $5,000 mortgage payment, that's going to correspond to $50 in cash back you're going to be earning per month. Now, simultaneously on the back end, what they're doing to make sure that this system doesn't get gamed is they're validating that first payment that you tag as your mortgage payment with your credit report to make sure that it corresponds with your mortgage lender. And because of that, it doesn't require you to change the way that you pay your mortgage at all. That payment keeps coming out of your typical checking account, and the only difference is you're now earning cash back. Now with Aven, there are actually a number of other unique features above and beyond their mortgage cash back. So let's touch on those briefly before diving into what you absolutely must know before deciding whether or not to get this card. The first thing to know is that they offer 2% cash back on all purchases if autopay is enabled, which makes it pretty competitive with many other no annual fee cards out there. Additionally, you're going to be eligible for higher limits and lower interest rates with this card when compared to pretty much any other credit card out there. Now, this is because the card functions a lot more like a HELOC on the back end than it does a traditional unsecured credit card. And if you want to learn more about that, I've got a video on screen right now that will walk you through exactly what that means. Now, unlike many other popular credit cards out there, there are no fees to get started with the Aven card. That means no origination fee, no annual fee, no appraisal fee, no notary fee, and no prepayment penalty fee. They've also got a number of new ways to redeem their points coming soon. So instead of just redeeming them for cash back, there are going to potentially be ways that you can redeem your points for more value, which again does a lot to make the card competitive, not only as a HELOC, but also as a credit card. So that's all well and good, but now let's dive into what you really need to know about the card before making your decision. Well, the first important thing to know is that in order to be eligible for the 1% mortgage cash back, you do have to spend at least $4,000 on eligible purchases within the first 3 months of having the card. This functions very similarly to the sign-up bonus that you're going to see on many other popular rewards credit cards. The next big stipulation is that in order to be eligible for the Aven card, you have to be a homeowner. This limits a lot of people from accessing the product, so if you're not a homeowner, this isn't going to be the card for you. Next, although there's no fees to get started, there are some fees you may end up paying with the Aven card. These include a 2.5% balance transfer fee, a 2.5% fee for cashing out to your bank, and a $29 late payment fee. So depending on the way you use the card, these fees can be pretty easily avoided. Next, this is a secured credit card, but not in the traditional sense. So the way the Aven card is able to offer these low interest rates is by acting like a HELOC or home equity line of credit. This basically means you are borrowing against your home. Now, this can be risky for some, especially if you're not confident in your ability to repay. On top of that, you're also going to need a pretty high credit score to be eligible for this card. To qualify for the card, they recommend a credit score of at least least 700 or more. So if you're not quite at that threshold, you may not qualify. So all that to say, who is Aven and this mortgage cashback offering really for? Well, one of the main use cases is for home remodels and other big projects where you're looking for a lower interest rate source of capital that you may ordinarily go to the bank for an outdated HELOC to finance. And if you're interested in more details on how Aven compares to a typical HELOC, I've got a video on screen right now that'll walk you through that. However, you don't need to be doing some kind of big home remodel to get the Aven card, and with this mortgage cashback feature, the card is now a lot more competitive. And with no annual fee to keep the card active, you can really just sit back and collect your mortgage cashback pretty passively. Now, if you want to sign up for Aven and support the channel, please consider using that link in the description below. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.